I wanted to take some time to explain how I wrote the song Free Love. For those that are interested, expand the story of it all and try to convey to you the true depth of what I've done with this work of art. I was going through this relationship ending after just a month. It was like a quick fling, and I observed myself behave in a lot of strange ways during it. It came on after a few dates, and I found myself immediately opening up and becoming very, very, just kind of like love bombing and like making myself extremely vulnerable in many ways. And throughout it, I just experienced strong feelings of jealousy and anger and frustration towards this woman who was pretty like open and pretty free. And it all kind of got muddy, and towards the end of it, I found myself kind of like just reeling from it all. I sensed it was going in a bad direction, and so I had to step back. That's the gist of the story. I would later go on into nature and into the mountains, and through many hours of reflection, come to some understandings about myself, some of which being one, that I based a lot of my sense of self-worth on who I was dating and who I was having sex with and how many people I was having sex with at one given time. And because of that, I clung on to this budding relationship with this woman, even though I knew it wasn't what I really wanted, even though I knew deep in my heart we weren't totally compatible, and even though I knew it was kind of heading in a bad direction. I recognized that sense of self-worth that I derived from dating other people was really covering up just this inherent insecurity of being good enough. So like I needed someone to remind me and to tell me that I was cool and that I was attractive and that I was sexy and that my schlong was long, etc. So I was going through this stuff, and I was sitting at this English cram school where I was teaching, and I was listening to that song that had just come out. This was March of 2024 with Future and Metro Boomin, where they have that sample. So the sample goes like do do do. Every day hustle like Whitney, I'm chugging the chicken and do do do. So I just started riffing off that melody. Do 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 do. I just fight for the truth. I was right for the you. I just fight for the you. Do 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 do. And I would just sing that kind of like melody and just riff on it when I was on the bus, when I was coming home, walking on the street and whatnot. And eventually words started to come, and you know, recognize your fragrance. Oh, it's like an angel's. See the way in which the two of us are sort of strangers. Wanna do. Free love, love is free. While I get up is me love, me love. Oh, da, 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 da. Free love, free love. So then I came up with that like this free love melody and idea, and that was kind of became the theme of the song. Like I'm trying to get to this point where I'm self-actualized enough and secure enough in myself that I can love freely and engage in love with this person without clinging to them to feed my insecurity. And it was also something we had spoken about. We talked about open relationships and that whole kind of thing. And so this kind of became the theme of the song, like free love, free love, free love, all I get up is me love, love is free. While I get up, it's me love, me love. Do 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 do. Free love, free love. So I kept playing with this idea of free love and expanding on that, and added some more melodies. Do do. And so I kind of took half of that melody, and it became the beginning of what is now the verse. Like you know, feel for you, feel. I can't even sing it so early. I feel for you, cause it ain't right. So I was like, okay, I got kind of like this like verse thing, but I also got this like do 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 do. So I've kind of got these two like grooves going on at the same time, and that's how this song started to split into two separate songs. One is Free Love, and the other one's Free Love Part 2, which I don't know if I'll have shared it by the release of this video, but it's like a different part of the story, you know what I'm saying? So I had this verse and I had this like free love idea, and I wasn't sure how I wanted to like craft it. Like, do I just want it to be like this? I was also thinking it could be like, you know, free love, free love, free love, can't seem to get enough. Like a little more majestic, awesome shit. I was still playing with it all, but over time I kind of like got set with this like, and I think it used to be like this. Free love, love is free. Why lock it up? Yeah, it's free love, love is free. You gotta get it, free love, love is free. Free love, So I'm building the chorus, and I'm kind of like building the verse, and I know that I wanted the verse to just like vary a little bit. Like I have this like do 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 no 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 no. I'm a bit faded, money's nice. I'm a bit lost, it's pretty eyes. Free love is free, but it's not a crime. Why do I feel like I gotta fight? And then I'm like, you might as well just go up, you know what I mean, to keep it going. I needed you to feel alright, and that's not cool, it's not the vibe. I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? Do, and then I knew I had to switch it up again. Like I couldn't just do again. I wanted to kind of take you more. Let me do it this way for the camera. Like take you were starting I needed to like go up even further. I remember I was walking. I was in MRT because I live in Taiwan. I was walking on MRT in Zhongshan, and this melody came to me. It's like do 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 do. So like, all right, bet that's a bet. It's all I'd ever ask for and more. Yeah. Do 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 do. Never need anything. And that was sick. Basically, the melody just kind of slowly came together over time. I'm just singing it and trying this out and trying that out and seeing what feels better in my body, what feels more relaxed, more easy, more like authentic. And that's all just a matter of singing it out loud and then being aware of the sensation in your body as you're doing it. So I did that, and then as I continued to sing, I realized it felt better to just slowly to the chorus to come in off the one, not on the downbeat, because it used to be like, you know, free love, love it, da, da, da. And then I was just playing it for some friends, and I just tried to really just like relax everything, even the delivery, you know, and just stick to like what's the message, what's the song I'm trying to sing, if that makes any sense. And so, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, free love, free love, free love, can't can't seem to get enough. Love is free. Well, lock it up. Free love. So now we got like the melody of the verse and the melody of the hook, and it was feeling pretty solid. I had written like 5 verses for the song. At first, I thought maybe verse 1 will be about this situation with this woman. Maybe verse 2 will be another situation with a previous partner I've had. And I'm thinking about, through this reflection, like how my lacking sense of self-worth influenced and impacted other relationships I've been in. And as I would go back and look through my own relationships through this new frame, I would see in what ways it impacted. And spoiler alert, it impacted every relationship in a pretty significant way throughout my early 20s and even my late 20s. In behavior like clinging to relationships that were not working because I needed that to feel fulfilled, or in a more roundabout way, speaking to my partners in the same way that I spoke to myself, which wasn't very positive because I didn't have that internal sense of like, dude, you're good enough and you're awesome and you're making mistakes, but you're learning each day. It was more like, you need to be better. This isn't good enough. You suck, kind of stuff. Pretty negative self-talk. So I would speak to partners like that. Kind of lame, right? So I have like 4 other verses to the song. And then I thought maybe it's like, in this case, I needed you to feel alright, and that's not cool, it's not the vibe. And then maybe another case would be a relationship where one of the few that was pretty positive, and it's like, I don't need you to feel alright, I'm just doing my fine. Kind of parsing through different like ideas for how the song is to be structured, right? And how the narrative is to take place, and what the narrative is I'm trying to tell you. And I think because I had this big idea of like free love, like there's the banner right there, So I wanted it to be this like all-encompassing thing. But the more stories I added, the more it just didn't feel very coherent. So I ended up just like kind of sticking with the story, and the first verse kind of like laying down the general idea of what's going on. I feel for you because it's not right to put you on a pedestal. You know what I mean? I put her on this pedestal. Like, I need this person in my life. And when I'm writing lyrics, I'm trying to write lyrics that if I said them to you it sounds like something I would say to you. Like I feel for you. I feel for you because it ain't right to put you on a pedestal way up high. Obviously, there's like the cadence because the lines are of equal length to match the music, but it sounds more like something I would actually say versus like, you might try to like twist words or switch the grammar a bit to make it fit, but it doesn't really feel authentic. Like if I had said something like, it's a wrong thing to do to put you on a pedestal, I would never say that shit. It sounds lame as hell, boy. So I feel for you because it ain't right to put you on a pedestal way up high. Thought I knew how to read your mind. Thought I was through with rolling dice. I thought I knew what was going on between us. I thought I knew who you were. But of course my perception wasn't accurate because it was clouded by my lacking sense of self, right? So if I don't know myself and I can't look into myself, you certainly can't look into the eyes of someone else and understand who they are and what they want and what their intention is, Thought I knew how to read your mind. Thought I was through with rolling dice, meaning early on in the relationship, I thought I kind of had this sense of like, this isn't going in the right direction, and I don't know what's wrong, but I know something's not right. And there was this sense of like doom, and I remember this moment where I was like, this voice was telling me like, yo, like, you need to chill off this shorty, like you can't keep seeing shorty, like something's not cool. But there was this like great fear, like this fear in my chest. And she even asked me like, are you feeling cool about this? Like, it seems like maybe you want to like, I don't know, slow things down, take a break. And I just remember this strong like inability to say like, actually, yeah. And now looking back, it's like, because my sense of self was threatened, because my sense of self-worth was being being held up by this person being in my life. So in many ways, like, my psyche felt literally threatened. So I couldn't say no. I had to keep going, even though I knew it wasn't it. Yeah, I mean, thought I knew how to read your mind. Thought I was through with rolling dice. I'm a bit fade. It's early in the morning, man. I can't even sing that well. I'm a bit fade. And Smiley's nice. I'm a bit lost in his pretty eyes. Free love is free, but it's not a crime. Why do I feel like I gotta fight? Yeah, we went out to the club. We was dancing, you know what I mean? Free love is free. It's not a crime, right? Like, shouldn't be a crime to love each other freely. Why do I feel like I'm just like pushing? Like, I'm in this relationship and it's like I'm pushing uphill. Like, I don't really want to do this. There's this block in the way. Like, is this how it's supposed to feel to be in a relationship to somebody where you're always having to push to like fight? I don't want to be in a fight to be in this thing, you know? I don't want survival. I want serenity. I want to thrive. I don't want to just get by, right? I needed you to feel I needed you to feel all right, basically, right? I needed you to feel all right about myself. That's not cool. That's not the vibe. I want to live free from all the lies. I want to find peace alone at night, right? I want to live free from all the lies I was telling myself, like, I do think I'm enough. No, I did not think I was enough. I had a very strong lack of self-worth, right? I want to find peace alone at night, right? I'm calling you up because I don't want to be alone, which is sort of similar to people that, you know, I don't want to be alone with my thoughts, with my own feelings, with my own worries and trauma and whatnot, because it can be a lot to deal with and to process, and I get it. The processing of my own is what led me to a better place, so I think it was a pretty sick experience. It's all I'd ever asked for, more. A state of mind so serene, never need anything. Yeah, so doing the introspective work and understanding who I really am and understanding what my wounds are, and beginning to find peace simply through observing them and understanding, okay, like, I have this to work on, I have that to work on, and that's all good, you know? At least I know, and I can stop reaching for some alternative remedy that's ultimately not going to sustain me, right? That's what I got for you. Hope you enjoyed me kind of explaining the backstory of how I wrote this song. Catch you later.